Are you ready?
Hello everybody, here's the Captain from Creator Traffic. Welcome back to my channel, The Traffic Captain on YouTube and all around the world. And I'm today with Alex. He is the head of speakers for the Icon Conference. Make some noise.
Thank you for the warm intro, Andy, and always a pleasure speaking to you. I never think I'd find a guy with more energy than me, but you always beat me on the energy, so it's a pleasure to be speaking to you today, man.
Yeah, we are both in the same league, you know. We are always making party, we make business, and we like to speak. So that's the reason you're the head of the speakers for the Icon Conference. And this year is the third time, and I was always there, and I love it. The hotel, the organization. So today I want to speak a little bit about the show from last year, because
Sure.
I think there's some people that didn't visit the show. And I want to have a preview on this year. And we start very soon. The date right now, it's only some weeks ago. And yeah, let us know what was last year. How many people you had last year on the show?
Yeah, sure. Let's rock and roll. And definitely every year of Icon we step up. But going from last year, we had around 1,500 to 1,600 people last year. That was our second year's numbers. Actually, the first event started with 800. So when you look at how many was the initial and where we went up to, it was a double up in scale, which we're super happy with, and the feedback of the team. This year, we're looking to take it between 2 to 2.5, and potentially now with what we've seen in the last few days, hopefully even 3,000. So we're also, again, trying to double up, but the realistic numbers will be, I would say, 2 to 2,500 attendees. And we don't want to make it too crazy to the point where you feel like it's overcrowded. So the scaling that we're doing and the expansions of the areas is analogical, it's matching based on the amount of people coming.
Well, yeah, and the good part is in the hotel have a lot of space. I always feel a little bit like in Las Vegas. The style of the hotel is like Vegas style, and even the pool area is big. But the other part is last year, how you make it with the food, because last year there was two areas. One was downstairs with the buffet, which was the best food I ever had on a conference.
Thank you, mate. Very kind words. And you're a man who's been to many conferences, so to hear that from you, it's a real big compliment. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I think I gained only in 2 days, I gained 3 kilos.
To be fair, Andy, this happens everywhere in Cyprus. So the minute you step foot in Cyprus, you're going to pound some kilos. But yeah, for the food last year, just to add on to what you were saying, we had two separate areas. We had the Aura lunch break, which is our buffet for premium ticket holders. Like you said, I don't want to be biased, but it's so versatile. It's such a big buffet area, and the quality is at a super level. So for me, that's a no-brainer if you're looking to go there with an appetite, or you're looking to explore different food options that the City of Dreams has and that Icon offers. We also now have incorporated from last year a food court section upstairs. So downstairs, the lunch area is a buffet. Upstairs is more a la carte, and it's more food trucks. So you can get different wraps, different burgers, hot dogs, and things like this. So it depends on your appetite and what you're kind of looking for, how hungry you are. But we gave these two options. And this year, we wanted to improve the food court even further. There was some good potential there, and we've expanded some of the area outside. So we're looking to have an expanded food court with more menu, more quality to offer, and of course more options. So we're still going to be having exactly the same. The buffet cannot really get expanded any much more. You know this, but the food court, yes, we want to expand as much as possible and offer varieties from different cuisines there.
Yeah. So you have a nice hotel, you have the nice island of Cyprus, you have good food, you have a lot of people coming. Now which are more the verticals people are coming through? So if you know me, I'm in the dating, live cam, OnlyFans business. So
Yeah.
which other verticals are coming there?
Yes, a really good question. So the first ever Icon in 2023 was only focused on the dating adult industries, and that was our main focus. Moving on to last year's event, we started noticing a trend of high-risk industries coming to Icon. So that could have been iGaming, it could have been Forex, crypto, Nutra, a ton of things, fan sites, cams. So looking at this year, yes, I class it as a high risk or high money industry. So I mean, where the high risk is, there's always good returns to be made there. Our main focal point is still dating, adult, and now we have iGaming kind of there with them. And then it follows with a lot of other subcategories in the high risk. So again, the Forex, the CBDs, the Nutras, all these will also follow. But the main commodities at Icon today is dating and iGaming.
Okay, so the spread is over different verticals. That makes it also interesting because, even if I'm in the dating industry, I need merchant accounts, I need hosting, I need proxy services, I
Yeah.
need crypto payout. So that makes the conference really interesting. If you meet people from other verticals, also the crossover knowledge. And about knowledge, what I really like is all the speakers, and as you are the head of speakers for the conference, let us know a little bit what are the top speakers, what are the events, because I heard from some people they only come to the conference because about the knowledge base you bring in. So I know I do the fan side meetup with a lot of people from the fan side and only fans business.
Yeah.
But what are the other parts of speakers you bring up this year?
Yeah, it's a really good question, an extensive one. And actually, I'll start off with yourself because coming in again from your experience of going for all these years to different conferences, Andy, I have a fraction of your experience. But what I will say is, I really appreciate when I go to a speech or a presentation or a panel and I leave and I've got practical insights that I can instantly use for my own purposes. So, what I've tried doing over the past few years as head of speakers for Icon is to reduce the self and product promotion as much as possible. I understand that that has to be done, but equally, we want people to promote themselves, their products, but also to give real practical value or insights to the attendees. And that's what's been the main focal point and why we become qualitative, let's say, over these couple of years. But this year on the speaker zone, I'm still overwhelmed, but it's an amazing step up. And last year we had 2 stages and a workshop, which the fan sites was in as well. This year we've really scaled this up. So this year we're going to have our main stage. It's going to be a super bill main stage for very unique speakers. Like as an example, I think we're kicking off with Snapchat on the main stage, and then we have a LinkedIn, and we have some really big players coming onto the main stage. Equally, the ones on the main stage, we do not have capacity for them elsewhere. What do I mean for that is we have the main stage and we have 6 thematic zones this year, 3 on each day. Yeah. So on the first day of the conference, we're going to have SEO, dating, and AI. On the second day of the conference, it's going to be fan sites, iGaming, payments. So looking at the increase from last year, we've substantially brought more to the table, more options and more industries. I know you mentioned before about payment solutions and these going with high risk industries. Actually, Andy, that's one of the biggest industries that's coming to Icon this year because they've noticed the trend of high risk. There's a need for payment solutions and payment alternatives. So the payment solutions have come in full force. So we're going to have a thematic zone specifically for them because we feel it's going to bring real value. Let's take an example, the new visa policies and updates that are happening, which is affecting everyone. We have a presentation solely for that in our thematic zone for it. So yeah, we're really looking to up our game. There's a potential, I don't want to spoil any surprises, but there's a potential of a podcast around Icon as well. So I would say comparing it second year, we've really picked up our game and we keep on moving forward. So this is what 2025 holds, and I don't want to put any other spoilers into the. I'll keep some surprises for later.
Well, I want to do also some interviews there, so I'm sure I will find very interesting speakers. So making some interviews to spread the knowledge even after the show. And you're right. For example, when I do my speeches, of course, creator traffic and model searcher and fan blast, all my products I want to include in my speech. But mostly I'm talking about the whole business case so that when people come out, they got really tips they can use.
Yeah.
And then they remember even more my company. So it's not to go up and hey, my product is the best. My product is the best. No, give people more knowledge and they remember your face. They remember your company. That's very important. Yeah, for sure.
Totally valid, Andy. I'm with you 100% on this. I've found over time that if someone is a valuable speaker, that the attendees wait for him to finish and they're waiting outside the door to speak to them personally because they're actually feeling that value and they don't feel like they're being sold something. And I've seen it happen to you over the years in Icon as well, where people will wait for you to come out to then get more insights from the experience and the information that you gave them. And yeah, it's the same. Whenever I go to a presentation, especially if you have to travel far or you spend a lot of money and you go through all this effort, the least you expect to get is some value there. And you can go back to your team, capitalize on that straight away and start seeing results. If you do that, people start getting encouraged by your speaker selection and one keyword that you indirectly used there was trust. I feel like the attendees of Icon or any conference to be able to say, I trust the speakers. I know I'm going to get value there. So I'm going to Icon for the speakers alone. This has been some really nice feedback we get and why we keep growing this section. So I'm really hoping this year, I'm confident I've got you in as one of my speakers and a lot of real big names, like I mentioned, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Binance, Google, we've got a ton of big names coming again this year, and I really think it's going to bring, how would you say it, versatile value because of the amount of thematic zones and the main stage. So whether you do social media, dating, payments, AI, any SEO, whatever it is you do, there's going to be something valuable for you there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we have also a big booth with Traffic Partner and Creator Traffic. So how many booths you have this year? How many exhibition people you have there?
I'd just like to give a shout out to Traffic Partner as well, because you guys have supported us since day one. Always a pleasure being around you and the Traffic Partner team. So thank you guys for all the support from day one. I really appreciate that. We've increased our booths, Andy, by about 25% this year. And I think it's even gone more because we ran out of booths a few months ago. So don't hold me to this, but I think last year it was 75 booths, which has moved to over 100 this year. And we even have a new style of booths. You may be aware of them. They're called the Earth booths. They're a new format, which, if you like, it's going to be in a new area of Icon. So I would say we're in excess of 100 booths this year, because we started with 75, the same as last year. It sold out way too quickly, and now we had to scale it even further. The same with the sponsorships. I think about from one, if we're lucky, everything else has been sold out already. So yeah, we want to make sure that when we're increasing the space of Icon, that we're not getting carried away with ourselves or overdoing it to the point we say, let's just open another 75 booths, and then we can't actually use them booths on a bigger picture. So our scaling is slow but sure. So we're doing it step by step. So there is evolution for Icon every year, but also not to get to the point where it's too big of an evolution and it's not being appreciated by the participants.
Yeah. Yeah, well, perhaps one day you need to expand to 3 days, because it's hard to meet all the people in 2 days.
Well, to be fair, you may have heard this. We're looking to have a winter edition of Icon in the very near future. I don't know exactly the date when that's going to be, but it's coming soon. This year, we already incorporated the on tours that we do for Icon. Our first one was in February in Dubai. We have our second one in Budapest in September. So we're looking to incorporate all these new type of events around Icon, and also have a winter version apart from just our usual summer version.
Yeah, and get a nice location like the Bahamas or Curacao.
If there's any reason for me to get to the Bahamas, I will totally vouch for that as well.
Especially if it's in winter.
Totally.
Good. So in the end, everybody out there watching us, you see this show is growing. You have all the verticals. You have a nice hotel. You have a lot of good speakers. The food is good. The pool area is good. Cyprus is a good location. So there's a big reason to come this year again to the Icon, or if it's the first time, come this year. But on top, I know the whole Nexi Group team and the Icon team, they are very specialized in parties. So tell us about the parties around this event this year, because they have even the closing parties at the captain's cabin. So it's my part, the captain's cabin.
I think Undercover that's been picked for you and for a purpose there, the old captain's cabin. Yeah, I'll take it one step back. So the whole concept of quality around Icon has come over the years of us visiting all different conferences around the world. And we said to ourselves, is it possible to make that conference that will be qualitative all around, from the venue, from the food, from the speakers, the relevancy of attendees, the events, the parties, everything, and Mykonos that you know about as well. So all these sections that we wanted to be more qualitative. Our quality of our events has come through the Hayes team, which our CEO Haris Dimitriou is mixed with, if you like. And Hayes team has had one of the biggest event organizers in Cyprus, and being able to have their experience and their touch brushed onto the Icon product over the last couple of years, it's shown that they're pretty cool parties, to be honest with you. We get amazing feedback from the team. We're very specific on the locations, on the times, and even on the DJs and the drinks, etc. We're very, very particular with that. So this year, we're going to have another couple of new additions on the events, and actually quite different to what everyone's used to. So we're always having our exclusive speakers dinner. We have the welcoming party, the opening, and the closing. Well, this year, we're adding something which is called the red carpet premiere. That will be on the 27th of May. On the 28th, we will have the affiliate winery tour, which is going to be during the day. And then we will continue with the others that I just mentioned now. So every year, again, we're adding more and more elements to this. I don't want to say too much about the red carpet premiere or the wine by affiliates, but obviously they sort of say something in themselves. And the wine by affiliates is one of our newest and most unique touches because it's during the day. It's not an evening thing as such. So the speakers dinner, which was our first event last year, got very, very good feedback. We saw how well the speakers networked between them. So this is being incorporated again at the same venue this year. And yeah, I think the wine arena and the red carpet premiere are just going to be the cherry on the icings to the events. And again, Andy, like we do every year, this is just a start as well of something new. Next year, it's going to be something totally revamped again. So yeah, we're getting bigger and better, but doing it very, very carefully.
With style, yeah. And I know the guys from Twin Red, we will come with the yacht. We will come with the nice boat over to the captain's cabin. And make sure on the parties you have the microphone. You know, I like to make some noise.
I've got you totally covered. And actually, this time I think we're going to, or you've got the captain's cabin hat. As you're arriving in the yacht, please, on the closing day, that will be the perfect touch there. And yeah, whether it's drink, your microphone, or anything else you need, just come and see me and I'll make sure everything's there for you, my man.
Perfect. Good. Yeah, Alex, we will see right now. I will arrive on the 27th already on the island, and then we have the show. So I'm very happy to see you, the whole team, and everybody out there. Make sure you check out Icon Conference Cyprus, the must-attend event this year here in Europe. It's huge. It's a nice ambient. And I give you 100% my word, it's one of the best shows you need to visit in this world. So, Alex, see you soon. Thank you for the interview, and let's have a good time on Cyprus. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, and see you in 2 weeks. Take care.
Rock and roll, baby.
See you, brother. Bye.
Bye.